South Africa is where you're from, right?
Yeah.
What's the music scene like there? Is it all like hard rock like you guys play, or what's it like?
Not really hard rock. The rock scene's actually kind of small in South Africa. It's more of like, more. There's a lot of like indigenous kind of local music that's popular there.
Like tribals kind of music?
Yeah, some of it's tribal, some of it's like Afrikaans as well, which comes from the Dutch. It's a language that comes from Dutch pretty much. There's a kind of music called Kwaito, which is like African kind of dance meets rap kind of stuff. It's actually kind of cool.
Yeah, it's cool.
But there's a lot of that kind of stuff, and then pop, like all the American and
I'm sure all that it goes all over the place. Yeah, of course.
And that's the main thing, and the rock side's actually kind of small. It's pretty tough as a rock band.
Yeah, how did you get into it? Some Sabbath records pop in some point, or how'd you discover it?
I heard, I think, just through friends and that, who maybe had older brothers who'd been overseas and brought back, Metallica CD or whatever, we didn't get very much rock when I was a kid, I don't know if it was sanctioned or what, but some of the big stuff came through, like Metallica's Black album, I think really got me into metal when I heard that.
Do you prefer the first side of it or the softer stuff?
Of the Metallica?
Yeah, the Black album. It's got two sides to it, kind of.
It does.
It's harder and it's softer.
I think the whole album is just brilliant. Some people don't like the album because they're like, that's when they sold out, they went soft. But I do love the old stuff. But what got me into it was that album. I hadn't heard of them before, in South Africa, and that album was huge. And then I started going back and getting Justice for All.
Yeah.
And Kill 'Em All and Ride the Light. I got all of them. Yeah. And I love all of those. But that's probably the album that got me started on the whole thing.
Nice. Well, let's play a song off that album. What do you want to hear?
Let's hear Unforgiven.
Nice, good tune. Do you like Unforgiven 2 as well? That new one they put out?
I do like it, but not as much. I'm very much an old Metallica fan. Fan of the older stuff.
Yeah, you just heard some Metallica requested by Dale from Seether, talking here with him in Kitchener. You got this cross-Canada tour going on.
Yeah, we, for one, we love coming to Canada. It's, it's got great beer and great women, and it's fun. We always have fun in Canada, but it's, it's a good market for us, and it's, we've been touring the States so long, and it's time now to concentrate on, on other markets. We just went to South Africa. Oh, no way. Played there again for the first time.
You still living there, or was it kind of like a homecoming type thing?
It was a homecoming. Yeah. Talking about Metallica, we actually we had 3 shows with them in South Africa. Just giant stadium shows.
First time hanging out with them too?
Yeah. Nice. I'd met Robert when he was playing with Ozzy when we did Ozfest in 2002. But so I've known him for quite a while. But
he's still new to the band, isn't he?
Yeah, stuff. Metallica for me is Metallica with new stuff. Robert's amazing.
Yeah, he's fantastic.
But growing up as a kid, it was those 4 faces. Mm-hmm. That's when I got into them. After the Burton and everything. It was. I'm a Newstead guy.
Nice. You got a new album coming out pretty soon. An acoustic CD, DVD type thing. What's on it? Old stuff, new stuff.
A little bit of everything. A little bit of everything. We have some from Carmen Effect, some from Disclaimer. We kind of, I'd say 50-50 pretty much. Yeah. We've even got a cover on there, Pearl Jam cover.
Oh, nice. What song?
Immortality.
Good tune.
Yeah.
Good song for you guys to cover too. That sound pretty cool.
Yeah, we're all Pearl Jam fans, you know, and I guess that grunge movement, is fans of the whole thing, mm-hmm. So we wanted to kind of pay, homage to that. Yeah. So. Got that, and we've also got a song from our first album ever that we recorded and released in South Africa before we got signed in the States.
What made you put that on there?
People wanted to hear that album because it's got some of the same songs on that we did put on Disclaimer, but there's a bunch of songs that are only available on that album, and some of the songs we did. That did make it to Disclaimer, we re-recorded and changed completely. So I think for fans, who it's interesting to go back and see, oh wow, the song used to be completely different. Mm-hmm. It had a completely different chorus or whatever. So it's kind of interesting in a way, kind of funny in a way too. But it's not available anywhere else, only in South Africa. So
that's pretty cool.
We said, well, we're trying to work on getting it available you know, in the States, Canada, and everywhere. But for now, we're like, cool, you know, we'll put a song on there from that album.
Yeah. Let's play a song. What do you want to hear?
I want to hear some Seven Dust.
What song?
Angel Sun. They wrote that song for Lynn Strait when he died, and it's a good song.
Talking about the acoustic CD DVD, want to just talk on that for a second. What are the arrangements like? Is it like shaker? Is it full drum kit, bass, acoustic bass? How are you guys doing it?
Yeah, it's basically it's 2 acoustics. I just play an electric bass, but it's just straight into the system. I didn't
no distortion, no effects.
No effects, nothing. Just, you know, clean bass sound, and full drum kit as well. You know, and then just 2 vocals.
Just kind of slow it down. How does it turn out?
Yeah, just, you know, slow it down. You know, just kind of get in the, you know, groove a little bit. Yeah. But it's playing acoustics. You know, it's something we enjoy doing. You know, because it's so stripped down and it's so, you know, it's so raw. You know, you can really appreciate the songs for what they are. You know, you're not hiding behind effects and distortion, and you know, it's not like you took, you know, a song and made it cool by overproducing in the studio. You know, the songs really kind of have to stand on their own 2 feet, if that makes any sense.
Definitely. Is that how they come to the studio? Does Sean bring them in on acoustic guitar? Or?
Yeah, I mean, you know, a lot.
Does he even write everything? How does it work for you guys?
Yeah, it's very much a collaboration between everyone. But I mean, a lot of the songs do, you know, come about on acoustic guitar. It's just on the bus if there's a long drive. You know, sit in the back lounge. Hey, listen to this. Yeah, cool. Let's put it down. You know, got a little dictaphone in the back lounge, nice. And you know, and then, you know, maybe we'll take it into a sound check and throw it around, or, you know, if we get into a rehearsal space together, if we have some time, we'll just bounce ideas off each other, and, you know, and that's how songs are born. Sometimes they just come from just messing around in a sound check.
Oh, for
you
sure.
know, playing some kind of riff, and then, you know, they just kind of born. Those, I think, are my favorite, because those capture the moment, the energy, you know, that of that time. You know, it's cool.
Yeah. Do you ever play acoustic songs live, or was it just that one-time deal?
We do every now and then. We first started playing acoustically, you know, or realizing we could actually do it, was when we were touring with Three Doors Down, and we played a lot of theaters where they'd have seating in the theaters, and we were like, well, you know, we don't really want to play a heavy plugged-in set when, you know, kids can't march and get all crazy. You know, if they're going to sit or be stuck behind chairs, you know, we're going to sit too. So we're like, cool, let's do an acoustic, and it worked really well, you know, and the fans liked it, and so it was just something we'd do every now and again for fun, you know, because it's fun, different for us as well. You know?
For sure, change it up a little bit.
Yeah, change it up, and then again when Sean got sick for a while, and I guess couldn't scream as much and jump around.
Tell Stewart sits down when he pees.
That's nice.
Pat Callahan, ladies and gentlemen.
I heard you actually met Pat at the place where you recorded the thing.
Yes, that's how we met Pat. We met him at the Grave Street pub. We opened for his band.
Oh, no way. Well, who was he playing with back then?
He was in a local band that was popular in
Philly.
Really
way back. Oh, of course.
Yeah, I mean, we just came over and was our first tour. I mean, we were just starting to.
Was it just
I don't even think our album was out yet.
Time?
It's just Sean and I, and we had another drummer.
Oh, okay.
And played through Philly and you know, got off stage and came back in to have a beer and watched them play. We're like, wow, that guy's badass, you know. And got a bottle of Jaeger after the show and got him hammered. And we were like, dude, why don't you join the band? And pretty much jumped on the bus, and that was it.
Stole him away.
Yeah.
Nice. Let's play another song. What do you want to hear? One of your tunes. Seether song. What's your favorite to play live?
My favorite to play live? I think Because of Me.
Nice.
Because of Me is the... just because it's kind of heavy, and we do like a little Pantera tribute in the middle of it live. Nice. You know, so it's that for me is kind of fun, you know, and people really get into it because it's heavy and kind of upbeat, and you know, there's always a good pit on that one. So it's, you know, I think the heavier the song is, it's more fun live. You know, for the band, there's more energy and more just, you know, adrenaline. It's cool.
I want to talk about the downloading of music. You think it's helped you or harmed you more? The illegal stuff, at least, like people just grabbing your tunes for free.
You know, it is. I think it does help. You know, it's like a bittersweet thing. You know, it can help you as a band if you're a young band, you know, that's trying to get your music out there. You know, and it's available on the internet. You know, I'm sure it would benefit you in spreading the word around, but it definitely hurts album sales, for, I guess, signed bands that are trying to recoup, costs and record deals and stuff,
sure.
And it's if you're not selling the units, you're in debt, and a lot of bands are in bad shape as a result of that, so I think it can hurt. For a baby band, it's probably good when there's not much money involved, say.
Yeah.
But I think on a bigger scale it can hurt you, and like the Metallica thing, it's with the whole Napster thing,
Yeah.
It was probably a good thing, I think, in a way, because out of that we got like iTunes and
it made the industry take shape.
Yeah, and that's really cool, that you can go and buy music now, and the bands are happy and people are happy. Like, I'm on iTunes constantly, so, and I love it. It's changed my life. It really has. I listen to more music now than I have in my entire life.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure you're finding bands every day too, like I am.
Discover bands, sometimes I'll type in a song I know, and there'll be like a couple different artists that covered the song. I'm like, oh, let me hear that version. And like, wow, I like the guy's voice, or
good bass riff.
That's a good piano player, or whatever it is.
Yeah.
And you discover a lot of music like that. It's really cool.
You think it's going to get rid of the whole album concept, though? Like, even Carmen Effect. It's a record. You got the pictures. It's a really cool booklet. I like the way the paper looks and everything. You're not going to have that 5-10 years down the road. It's all just singles driven.
I think it's it's going to be singles. I think it's definitely going to go in that direction. But I think as a band, we'd like to continue releasing albums. I don't know if it'll ever completely go away. If you go to stores, they still sell vinyls and stuff.
I still buy vinyls.
Yeah, they're completely obsolete by like technological standards. But people want them. People like them. There's something cool. I always love like getting a CD and opening it up and taking out the booklet and reading the words of the song, like you do when you're a kid.
Exactly.
You skateboard to the store and you save it up for the CD, and you get back and you put it on loud and you listen to everything, you read all the thank yous, and it's cool. It's hands on. The digital stuff's awesome and it's really practical, but I still love albums.
Yeah, same here. Cool. We do this thing every week. 5 questions, 5 quick questions, 1 word answers.
Cool.
First one's iPod or CDs?
iPod.
Lennon or McCartney?
I'm gonna say McCartney.
Interesting. Alcohol or marijuana?
Alcohol.
Song you've written you're most proud of?
Broken.
And 1 word, Seether.
1 word. 1 word. Seether.
Yeah.
Drunk.
Nice, man. It's like what, 3-4 in the afternoon?
Not yet. I just rolled out of bed, so I'll start usually about 2 hours before the show. It's I think as a rule we start. You got to have a couple of beers before you go on stage.
For sure.
So you got to just take the edge off a little bit and
get loose.
Get into that stage, get into stage mode. So 2 hours is like the the cutoff or the beginning or whatever, and you have a couple of beers, and then by showtime you're
good to go.
You're good to go.
Any other pre-show rituals? You guys?
Not really. We used to have a couple of beers before the show. Usually put on a bit of Pantera, maybe a bit of Seven Dash, something a little heavy to, pump you up a little before the show, and get ready to rock, and maybe a bit of porn.
Oh, nice. Thanks, Dale. I appreciate it. One song close us out. What do you want to hear? One of your tunes, someone else's song? Doesn't matter to me.
Someone else's song. Let's hear Walk by Pantera.